Greetings. The following recording is the first in a series of recordings to come that will show how the described clique or criminal enterprise of the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government operates to further corruption in Liberia. Because of anti-corruption stance by Ellen Corkrum and Judge Johnson at the airport, the organized clique, according to Defense Minister Brani Samukai, had plotted to get rid of the pair. Minister Samukai explained that with the pair still present, the clique was afraid that they would not be able to steal $130 million from the airport. In a previous released recording, Minister Samukai advised Ellen Corkrum and Judge Johnson to request an independent investigation from President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in order to expose the truth. Following Minister Samukai's advice, the pair is determined to formally request an independent investigation. When President Johnson Sirleaf learned of the pair's intention, she sent a prominent member of the clique, Senator Clarice Jah of Margibi County. Senator Jah's mission from President Johnson Sirleaf is to discourage any independent investigation, but to encourage a false investigation and a corresponding report to further their corruption. Please pay close attention as Senator Jah explains, among other things, 1, how the airport employees were harassing Senator Jah and demanding the return of Ellen Corkrum. 2, how Senator Jah would serve as the fake independent investigation committee. 3, how President Johnson Sirleaf and her clique got their own way of crafting things to make it look one way for corrupt purposes. 4, how Senator Jah assured Ellen Corkrum and Judge Johnson that the clique had to frame the investigation in a predetermined way to conceal the truth. 5, how such false investigation reports generated by the clique could never leave the president's office until after her term. 6, how the clique rescued one of the president's son with their corrupt media machinery. And 7, how the president ordered the clique to corruptly confirm the appointed governor, and the president pressured the appointed governor to pay Senator Jah $5,000. In forthcoming recordings, we will hear more descriptive clique operations from Senator Clarice Jah, hear from other members of the president's clique, and finally, we will all hear what President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf herself has to say about furthering corruption by fixing independent investigations at the airport and in other entities in Liberia. Please listen.
You got a strong relationship, and especially she can confide in me when hospital got on her son. I have my clip, the car in the air. When the car in the air, I kept all the tape for her. So I said, real? I said, it's just that I'm not in the outing, but you see me everywhere because I'm white a lot. I told her, I said, Madam, the NC from Robertsville, and you know, I met her casually by being admiring her work. She said, oh yeah, you possibly to my mother. The joint and say, Carrie finish on you, you need the party, she said, Carrie stay with you, what the party for Carrie Lamadoro. I traveled her a lot of time. So one day we were on a flight, we were going to see the guy from there to Italy. Then she said, so what if I start out just sitting across from her? She said, well, people said, not this one, I said, no, but she said, well, I want to only fly from me, I remember when you I know it. And everybody know I know I tell them we cannot go poor. We cannot go poor, and they tell me that one is strong, but see?
So they got to be behind I am little.
And I told her, I said, Madam, you carry me support for my elections, and the worker is angry with me if Ellie cannot go back to the work. So how do I talk to them? And she said, okay, go.
But the workers be very supportable. I did not imagine that I had impact on people because I was just too much.
The people were coming 11, 12 o'clock.
Wow.
11, 12 o'clock, my husband can just push the phone
Yeah. I said,
my husband can just push the phone because it's like he gets tired and no rest. So he can learn a own vibration. So he will just push the phone. He just push the phone.
I said the whole thing.
Money, you will say, tell me, okay, no, when
I said I didn't even realize, you know.
No, they barely have been supporting. I will not lie to you. More than your top management.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, I was just doing my job. You know, like I would stop, I talk to them. Time for Christmas, I say, you know what? All of us got some kind of job. But I don't care how much we're making. The fact is, we're able to buy the rest of our family. I said, let's do something else for the children in the community. Because at the end of the day, even if I want couple people we can afford to buy for our own child. You know, so just little things like that. Not knowing to put in, calculating, and keeping all that stuff in mind. I didn't have any idea. I was just trying my best at all. So they will call. They will call.
They've been doing well.
Yeah.
I said, this yard has been an assembly center.
They've been calling. You know, that's why until they are people dedicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people get fed up.
But what about the idea of the independent investigation, the independent investigation report? I guess that would be
the independent investigation report, I don't know.
The
Our own way of things.
Right. And how because I'm sure you dealt with similar type of stuff, because then you will be doing input. Are they looking at you as the independent investigator or what? Because she was saying she will not use board members, what she said. But she said there are some people that she's used before for these type of stuff. Maybe like
she will let me know.
The independent investigator, you see how I'm for them?
You'll let me know.
Like real independent investigator.
Mom, what's the tactic now? What do we need to do?
Probably we can talk that over. Okay. After return as public document.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you have to be very mindful of that.
Okay, that's a good point. Okay. Okay.
Because you can't trust somebody now.
I agree.
If somebody takes it out of her office and give it up, and it's a public document, or it's a public document. So you have to frame it in a way that, sometimes you just need to tie the knots here and there because I say everything now politics.
Oh yeah. No,
everything now politics. Everything. The last time the president called, when the governor went for confirmation, he had all this problem with it. But we only want to run for president in town to come and blah 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 blah. All they can get it, man, the position they can get it. So, I still for the governor. Remember, I talk to those who are control. They listen to me. The governor comes to say it's the governor will get confirmation. I don't want to tell you yes right away, but let me do small one. Yeah. Because I may have attended all the political aspect and things. So finally we got to the last one and that was so the next thing people you cry, they call you. I said, go talk to the person and the president come here, go talk to the person. Whoever they come. Just there, I was at the president of my door, he came. The president said, she tell him, Senator John, I said, I'm on a president. I'm not letting them put the video to what's a camping.
I like that.
You fire your leg, you're going to put us in the house.
There you go. So the question is, what do we do now?
It's like, I beg to give a summary report of, my activities and the kind of work that I do, the kind of finances I deal with.
Okay.
What is
so it'll be like coming from me, or that would be you would be doing it?
No, it's coming from you.
Okay.
It's coming from you. But what I want, I think what the president I driving at is in that you will be interacting yourself. My mom said the thing. Yeah. She said that's to the report.
Okay.
That's to the report and the work from there.
Okay. So what do you need us to do? How do we get going then?
I know because like some of the things from what I have read, a lot of reports with people who are United and States. Then maybe I can find one day in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Just read something.
Okay.
Put it together before we get on input, we can send it around. Let's say we send it around because the whole week should be, they say, oh yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Maybe my text will be doing. Because it's been the envy and jealousy month. That's the first thing that happened. Once you're not stupid,
I swear.
you say yes sir.
Exactly.
Still get ready to pray more.
Oh yeah.
That's still prayer.
I said people around the world are praying and fasting. Did you hear Senator Clarice Jah of Margibi County? Did you hear her say, number one, that the airport employees were harassing her and demanding the return of Ellen Corkrum? Two, that she, Senator Jah, would serve as the fake independent investigation committee? Three, that President Johnson Sirleaf and her clique got their own way of crafting things to make it look one way for corrupt purposes? Four, how Senator Jah attempted to assure Ellen Corkrum and Judge Johnson that the clique had to frame the investigation in a predetermined way to conceal the truth. Five, that such false investigation reports generated by the clique could never leave the president's office until after her term. Six, that the clique rescued one of the president's son with their corrupt media machinery. And seven, that the president ordered the clique to corruptly confirm the appointed governor, and the president pressured the appointed governor to pay Senator Jah $5,000. Liberia, Africa's oldest independent republic, should not continue to look worse than its youngest. Liberia should not be ranked number one worldwide for corruption. Liberia is blessed with natural resources and tremendous international goodwill. After over 8 years of corrupt Ellen Johnson Sirleaf leadership, just like the preceding Charles Taylors, exampled by fixing independent investigations, it is no wonder Liberia remains amongst the world's worst for infant mortality, illiteracy, diminishing gross domestic product per capita, 90% unemployment, 95% underemployment, constant devaluing of its currency, malnutrition, rampant diseases, poor schools, poor roads, poor hospitals, lack of electricity, lack of water, rising inflation, 90% of its citizens living below poverty, total lack of all infrastructure, etc. Liberia can do better than Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and we must. May God bless Liberia.